Hello there, everyone. This is the Main One Developments coming to you with a quick video on Unity 3D. I had someone by the name of Bloodlust put a request in today because he wants to learn how to use Unity, the basics of Unity for 7 Days to Die to be able to export himself something like a workbench. So what we're going to do is in this tutorial, I'm going to show you where in my Discord, well, obviously in my Discord there will be a link to where you can download the required tools that I put together into a folder for you to be successful on this project. Okay, you're going to have your export asset bundles source file. That's so you can export, to your mod folder or whatever you need to do. It has information about ScreenForge Pro. This is a something that I've developed that helps make icons in Unity so much easier than trying to do it other ways or just taking screenshots and stuff. This is a very great way to make them. I'm providing that free as a tool for you to use. You have the tag manager, so this is important because in 7 Days to Die, everything has a tag. So if it, in this case, we're going to put a tag on it, and I'll show you which one to use, which one I use, and we'll go from there. And same thing here with the Unity download link. So if you don't have Unity installed, you might want to pause the video right now, go to the link in the folder, and you'll want to download 2022.3.57F1, okay? And when you do that, just come back to me and we'll be good to go. So now that you have that installed, okay, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to open up Unity, go down to your hub. So what I did was I'm going to create a new project. Now don't mind my security alert. You can actually patch this. I'm not doing my main game project. It's outside of 7 Days to Die in Unity, so I don't have to worry about this. But you can patch this if you want to. It doesn't really affect you on this side of things. Now, if you had a video game, it will affect that. Creates exploits so people can copy your code. But anyways, moving on. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click 3D built-in render pipeline on 2022.3.57F1. Name your project, so I'll do TMO tutorial project. Okay. V1, because I already made one. Okay. So we're going to load this up real quick. It'll just take a second for us to load it. And when we get in here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you where to put what so that you can get the ball rolling. While that's loading up, let's go ahead and go to the asset store in Unity. So you can actually download free assets from here. You can do them from Sketchfab. Similar way of importing, kind of. This, you can click a button and import. Sketchfab's a little different. You got to unzip and drag the folder over. But that's another great way to get free models. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to my assets, and I believe I have the one that is free as well. 1 second here. So hold on a second. Okay. We'll just type workbench up at the top here. My internet is slugging today. Goodness. Okay. So there is a workbench model that we're going to use, and I might just have to look them up here. Where is it at? There's one that I wanted to use that is a freebie that is really nice and doesn't look bad. So let's do this. Go to my assets. Now you'll be able to find this person when I click on it. Yeah, so it's mcomp. That's the developer. They have a crafting table right here. It's a free one. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click on this, add it to your assets. This is a free workbench. You can use whatever workbench you want. This is the one I'm going to use. It's simple. It's got kind of just a few things, including a computer screen on it, and we're good to go. I'll go ahead and do that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add that to our project because our project's already loaded up at this point, right? So just give that a second. Okay, open in Unity. Give that just a moment. Okay, crafting table. You're going to click download. It's going to take a second to download it, and then you click import. Okay. So now we've got We've got the model that we need for our project already in the project file. So next thing you're going to want to do, we're going to want to set the project up, right? So, having a model is great, but if you don't know how to export it and you can't put tags on it, it's as much as useless. So you're going to want to open up the Unity required folder that I give you. And first thing you're going to do, some people put them in folders, some people don't, but I slide the multi-platform export into just the main assets folder. I leave it there as is. I don't touch it. It is what it is at that point, and we're going to go with it. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go here and we're going to extract the ScreenForge Pro, and then you're going to slide it on over here, right? So when it's done, you're going to see a little button up here that says capture when you click it. It is what it is. So the next thing you're going to do, so we have everything done aside from the tags. Now, the tag manager is very important. As I stated earlier, this is something 7 Days to Die has a tag for everything. Most every game has a tag for everything. So these are the tags that you need to use. So you're going to want to right-click your main assets folder. This is the easiest way to do it. Click Show in Folder. Go to Project Settings, and you see right here where it says Tag Manager, right? So you'll know, let me show you. So you'll know if you've done it right or not. I'll show you how to do this. So I'm going to click right here. So you see where there's just these basic tags. So to get rid of those basic tags and put the real deal in, just slide the one I give you over and replace the file. Okay. So now you want to X out of that. You don't need this folder anymore. So go ahead and X out of it. And let's pull our Unity project back up in full screen. Right? So what you're going to want to do is click F. That's a quick way to get in there, a quick way to look at it. We're going to make sure that our tags are all there, and whoop, look at that. They are all there. They're chilling like villains, right? So, so we've got those there now. So now what we're going to do is to do a model. Obviously, you're going to want to do your resizing and stuff. Normally, you can rip the files from 7 Days to Die and kind of compare it that way if you want to do something, but this is just a generalized tutorial, so I'll give you an idea of how I like to do it. So the first thing you want to do, this is actually going to be the child. I'll show you how to make the parent in a minute for it. This is very important. But you want to have this at 0, 0, 0, or whatever, or 0, 0.50, or actually we'll do 0, 0, 0, sorry. 0, 0, 0. So yeah, that will put this on the ground pretty much. So let's do this. Let's add a 3D object cube. We'll name it ground. Okay, we'll do 0, negative 0.50. All right, so that's how you kind of know this is the ground level in 7 Days to Die. So this table seems a little tall, so before we do anything, I'm actually just going to resize it a little bit. I'm going to bring it down and bring it in a hair. And then I'm going to go 0, 0, 0, right? So we're right there, and you can edit this in game as well if it's a little off, which does happen. It happens to me all the time. It is what it is. You can edit that, do whatever you need to, and go from there. So now we have the table, right? So what you're going to want to do with this is you're going to want to right-click it, and you'll create an empty parent. As I said, this is considered a child at this point. So you're going to do an empty parent. And what I'm going to name it is TMO Workbench Test. Okay? So I named it TMO Workbench Test. Okay, so now what I like to do, I'm a little extra, so I'm going to click both of these by holding Shift and click. And then I'm going to go ahead and tag these. Oh, oops. I'm going to tag them T-block. Okay, this will make sure that when we put the collider on it, that you'll be able to interact with it. Very simple. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go back this direction with your WASD keys and hit this orientation perspective button. And you're going to want to kind of line it up like this. And you'll see in a minute what I mean. So now on the parent, you'll want to click the parent. You'll add a component and you do box collider. This is very important. A box collider, what they will do is they will allow you to be able to interact, and you'll be able to hit it and break it and do things like that. So I'm going to resize this box collider, zoom out if I need to. So I'm going to bring it up to the top of that block, bring it over here. And you can get fancy with this. You can do as many box colliders as you want. Like if you wanted to just do a box collider, like for example right here, and then put another one for the back, and then you can jump on the table and it's realistic, you can do that. But in this case, I'm just going to do a standard box collider. And I'm going to bring that in a little bit because that doesn't really matter. So, but yes, so right there we've got a box collider on it now. So now what we do is we can click back here. Let's just take a real quick look at it. It looks fresh, looks fine, perfect. Okay, cool deal. So that is about it. So what you're going to do is you're going to create a folder. You're going to name this one exports. Okay, and then I'm going to name this one workbench test. Okay, and then you take this and you literally drag it down. So now that you've got the workbench test in there, great to go. But now you're like, wow, mean one, how do I use that fancy ScreenForge Pro thing that you made? Well, that's the cool thing. So what you're going to do now is you're going to take and you're going to click that tool. And I'm going to put it down here. Hold on a second. This thing. Let's see. Yeah, we'll set it up here. Okay, and I'm just going to move this down. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to click the main scene camera. So you can see here the scene camera in this case is pretty much dead on with it. And we're going to click the little move tool, and we're going to bring that camera in. And as you can tell, this kind of goes with it. I've put a grid here. I've allowed you to be able to edit it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to tilt it down ever so slightly and then lift it up just a hair. And then actually I'm going to bring it back just a smidgen. So some cool things that you can do with this plugin as well. I do 64 by 64 on the height for the icons. You can change this crosshair color on it, so if that bothers you, the red, or you don't want to see the framing grid or anything like that, to kind of make it even in the center screen, you can do that. You can remove the background, so when you export it, that'll be transparent. I always do that. You want to do a custom file name. I'll do workbench TMOWB underscore icon. All right, and then I'll click auto open, and the save path is right here. So you can tint it on export. So if you plan on doing like a bunch of these, you can tint them. I did that. Don't know why I did it. Everything is tintable on 7 Days Today, so why not? You can also apply watermarks. So if you want to do cool like little logos or something on the bottom left or top left, top right, bottom right, whatever, you can do that as well. So now what we're going to do is we're going to hit capture screenshot. Okay, now it's going to open it. So this right here, that's it pretty much, right? So obviously what I did forget to do, I'm an idiot, I did forget to delete the ground. So we're going to capture a screenshot again. It's going to open it up, and that's the actual icon. It looks a lot better when you get it into the tiny little box on screen, but that's how you do it, literally. And then you can go to your open save folder, and you can click on it, and it pops it right up. See? So that's it, literally. So from here, you'll just export this. You'll go down to your exports, workbench, TMO, and then you'll want to click Build Unity 3D Asset Bundle. I do medium compression, and normally you'll just put this in like your mods folder. So in this case, I'll just set it, so there's like a mods folder, right here. So this is from my ammo production machine. So I'll click on that. You'll have a resources folder, and what I'll do is I'll put a basic folder in place for you so that you have like the setup. But you'll put a resource folder here, and then you'll name it what you're going to name it. So workbench underscore TMO underscore test. And that is literally it. That is how you export and create a model very quickly in 7 days to die. Now, the only thing left to do from here would be to do your XML code and things like that. And that is something that I can also show you in another video if need be, but that's the end of this video for today. So as always, I appreciate you for checking out the video. Thank you for liking the video, hopefully, and giving me a follow. If you want more videos like this, let me know in my Discord. Discord will be in the bottom description of the video. So If there's anything that you want to learn or anything that I can teach you, let me know, and I will be here. I will provide templates. I'll do what I can because I want everybody to succeed in the modding community. Thank you very much. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.